Is this dimension all there is, or is there another parallel dimension beyond the five senses? From man's earliest history, he has always viewed the dead with awe and fear. It seems, from man's very beginnings, he has always believed in spirits and an afterlife. For certain, the belief in ghosts is very ancient, and stories as well as claims to first-hand experiences with these specters abound, even in our modern scientific age. One of the oldest surviving written accounts of a ghost was inscribed nearly 2,000 years ago by the Roman writer and historian Pliny the Younger. He recounted a story, which he believed to be true, about a haunted house in Athens. According to Pliny, the house was vexed by a sadistic old man figure that roamed through the house's rooms and corridors, rattling chains, moaning, moving objects about, and never passing up the opportunity to torment the living residents of that place. In most cultures, a ghost was, and still is, believed to be the spirit of a dead person that somehow manifests itself to the living. It is claimed these ghosts are people who have suddenly died, often by violence.
Can't you hear it? There's someone there.
Sooner or later, they'll find you.
Where is my daughter? Are you mad? I am your daughter.
These ghosts are frequently seen by the living as returning to complete some unfinished work. In spite of the fact we live in a modern age of supposed reason, belief in spirits, demons, and ghosts are still strongly believed in by a great number of the population, and the subject of ghosts are extremely popular. Despite the fact many believe in ghosts, and numerous reports exist as a part of public record regarding encounters with them, at times including multiple witnesses, mainstream science typically dismisses the whole idea, claiming there is little to no evidence that ghosts exist. Dr. Michael Persinger, a Canadian psychiatrist, invented a device that he claims can induce a supernatural experience in almost anyone, simply by passing a small electromagnetic pulse to the temporal lobe of their brain. Dr. Persinger explains.
Well, the helmet was basically designed to generate weak magnetic fields across the hemisphere, specifically the temporal lobe. So these solenoids are connected so that at any given time a magnetic field passes through the helmet and hence through the brain.
Dr. Persinger blindfolded his subjects and recorded very meticulously his subjects' experiences as he passed varying magnetic frequencies through their brain. This is a typical experience as described by one of his test subjects, Don Hill.
There was somebody or something in the chamber with me because my common sense told me that this could not be. But I could not get rid of the feeling that there was something there. It was lurking. It was watching me. I felt like I was under surveillance. And it was felt like coming from behind. You know, like what's over there? That's what it felt like. Yet, how could this be? There's nothing there.
Dr. Persinger calls this feeling of being watched the sensed presence.
The fundamental experience is the sense presence. And our data indicates that the sensed presence, the feeling of another entity, of something beyond yourself, perhaps bigger than yourself, bigger in space and bigger in time, can be stimulated by simply activating the right hemisphere.
Dr. Persinger also believes naturally occurring electromagnetic fields under the right conditions can create the sensation of this presence in individuals who are sensitive to their influence. He believes all supernatural experiences can be explained away scientifically on this basis of electromagnetic brainwave interactions. Though this explanation may seem reasonable, and no doubt in certain instances it may even prove to be the case, Does it really resolve the problem of ghost encounters? It seems reasonable if one looks at the brain as being the source and generator of awareness and consciousness. However, the brain is simply an organ. It is not the seat of our consciousness or our awareness of self. As Dr. John Eccles, Nobel Prize winner for his research on the brain, once stated, "The brain is a machine that a ghost can operate." So while Dr. Persinger has described particular reactions in people who have had their temporal lobes stimulated, he has failed to consider that it is possible the brain is merely a biological switchboard through which a spirit can operate, and that his experiments simply opened a particular circuit that just happens to be designed to allow the ghost in the machine to communicate from that machine directly to the spiritual realm whence it came. In addition, Dr. Persinger's explanation for the supernatural and ghostly encounters does not answer how such magnetic pulses occurring naturally can cause multiple witnesses to have the same experience and report seeing the same things. It also fails to explain just how these electromagnetic fluctuations can produce ghostly visions and sound on video or audio tape. The fact of the matter is, the brain is merely a switchboard through which the spirit of a man operates. That is all. The spirit is a form or type of electromagnetic energy that also carries with it awareness of self. From what I gather from Scripture, the spirit is basically some form of an electromagnetic force. And even all physical substance is held together by some type of an electromagnetic attraction, and scientists know that. This includes all physical matter.